Valorant features many creature comfort systems designed to help improve the overall experience in their version of the tactical shooter, focusing on things like clarity, balance, and improving overall watchability of their games. One great quality of life feature that Riot implemented in particular was the ping system, which helped improve gameplay clarity for many individuals, especially those who cannot use a microphone for whatever reason. But what if I told you that you could use this system even if you did use a mic? This could be because the ping system in this game can actually get you amazing advantages in game that will get you decent results. In this video, I'll be going over how you can best utilize pings to not only get out clear communication to your teammates, but to also potentially abuse this for your own individual gameplay. What's up guys, it's Quatch Daddy here, bringing you some more in-depth analysis so you can suck just a little bit less. If you want more videos and guides like this, be a homie and drop a like, sub, and comment your thoughts on this and why or why not you use pings in your own game. The ping system in Valorant is a great feature that's available to those who want to communicate their strategies and important callouts without having to necessarily actively talk in voice chat. It's also incredibly useful when you don't have time to hold down your push-to-talk key in game, but you still want to point out something important. What people don't know though is the power of this visual indicator and how players can actually use it as an excellent reference point. An example of this is that you may or may not have seen in your own games is actually pinging the bomb when it's been placed down, and this can actually be useful on both attacking and defending sides as well. Attackers can get a great point of reference when trying to hide in a post-plant scenario, and you can make great use of pings to generally know where the bomb is at all times. Intuitively, you might think that you could just look at the minimap for this, so why ping? This would be because the ping gives you not only a visual indicator in your field of view, but also gives you better horizontal and more importantly, vertical recognition of where you need to shoot and look in order to better defend the bomb. You could even cheese certain angles to defend the bomb by making good use of wallbanging enemies that try to defuse the bomb. It may sound weird at first, but when you apply this concept in practice in your own games and for your teammates, you may find it actually incredibly useful for this use case. So how do you do this ping? It's important to make the distinction between the two ways you can ping opponents in this game. The first one is that you can simply ping where your crosshair is and it puts one right in front of you. Alternatively, the more useful way to ping for this use case would actually be to open up your map and then left click where you want to see. For example, if you wanted to ping the bomb location behind a wall, you can do so by opening up the map and then left clicking the bomb icon directly. This will then put a perfect ping for you to know exactly where the bomb is in case you need to shoot a diffuser, use abilities, or do anything else. When you're clearing angles and detect enemies that won't peek, it's also great to use this same concept for wall banging them through corners or walls or something. This can be used at the very beginning of rounds to ping out enemy starting locations. Players will tend to hug the barriers that prevent movement at the beginning of the round, so by getting a good read into how your enemies play, you can potentially get something like an op shot right at the beginning. Another good example of this is B main on Ascent, where you can actually wallbang through the tunnel right into the attacking side starting position and get kills that people won't even expect sometimes. It's an absolute tilter to pick off an enemy at the very beginning of a round because you can get a read on their starting location, and this can get you for some very important advantages. On top of being able to be used as a visual indicator for yourself, we of course have to discuss the potential for the pings in this game to be used for its intended purposes, which is communication. With or without a mic, pings are a great way to generally guide your teammates onto sites, or to clear angles, or to do anything. You can also customize your pings to essentially be the form of callouts by pulling your mouse in different directions while holding the ping button. If you're familiar with the smart ping system in Apex Legends or League of Legends or other games, it's probably a similar concept. You can caution your teammates, suggest ideal pushing points, or even time and execute all from the push of the same button. It's pretty intuitive and also really useful in a pinch. If you haven't yet, definitely try to make use of the ping system in this game, as it's one of the many great features that have been tucked away under the hood, and making excellent use of this will get you some valuable resources to help you secure those rounds. If this video helped you out, or if you agree with me on the ping system in this game, feel free to leave a comment down below.